Hello, YouTube. Now, I don't really talk about the show that much, but I do find myself watching it a lot. And in this episode, okay, I'm gonna talk about the two new episodes that they've had. First one was, The Greater Hater, where now there's a new villain entering in town, right as Peepers is saying that Lord Hater is obviously not the greatest anymore. I don't know why that needs to be pointed out, but apparently it does. Um, so there's a new villain coming in. Hater is being annoyed about Wander stealing a flag because he can, I guess. Um, so they start chasing him around as the new villain that they have on the show just start destroying the planet, and everything is left quiet, like a really quiet for a long time. Actually, it does build up some really good suspense. Um, as we then get to see, um, Wander is trying to be like Wander and make friends with this new villain, and Sylvia is saying, "Don't do it. It's a dumb idea. This villain's gonna kill you. Have you not seen what he just did? He just destroyed a planet. He's gonna kill you." He like Wander. He doesn't care, so he goes in anyway, hoping that the good people will come out. Um, and here comes in because he planted a flag on that planet. That means that's his, and no one's gonna take it from him. Even though people keep on trying to remind him that the flag is just a symbol. So, um, Hater now, Hater, Commander Peeper, Sylvia, and Wander go into this giant ship, very well animated. I mean, really, everything in there looks menacing. Everything looks creepy, everything looks menacing, everything looks dark. And what's going on is actually kind of really suspenseful. Because you see only the back of this villain. And that's all you're watching. It's the back of this villain. And then you cut back to Wander and Sylvia or Lord Hater and Peepers. So that's all that they're doing. And for Wander and Sylvia, it's mainly just quiet. They do talk every once in a while, but it's mainly quiet for them. Really building up the suspense, making you wonder, who is this guy? What is he doing? What's this guy's motive? What's he doing here? He's gotta be doing something. And he is. He has his own version of the Watchdogs, except these ones are robotic and have liquid metal containment. Um, so eventually, after a while, Wander and Sylvia get captured, and Hater and Peepers are now being chased around by a machine. And then we get to see the big mystery that we don't know who the villain is. They fight for a bit, and Hater gets Wander actually, you think, almost dies. Yeah, they actually do that. They leave it silent there too. Like, might be dead. He might. Too bad we have some more time, or else this would be really suspenseful. And Hater is trying to fight back. He's trying to show that he's still the greatest in the galaxy, but of course he is not. And Peepers is trying to tell him, okay, you gotta give it up. You gotta give this up. This guy's going to kill you. You gotta get out here. And that really is what makes Peepers such an enjoyable character. And then they're basically just fighting over that. Like, they're just fighting over that for a bit. Eventually, they eventually trap Lord Dominator, or Dominator, in his own liquid metal, and Wander and Sylvia leave, and Hater is just stuck having to repair his ship, even though it's been split in two. But in the next episode, it's perfectly fine. And there's a funny joke at the end. They're just like, so what do you think Lord Hater's doing? Wait, what? His name is Lord Hater? He's like, yeah, what do you think it was? Like, yeah, why? She's like, oh man, I've been here for 3 weeks. I've been here for 3 months. I've been calling him the wrong name. Well, what have we been calling him? I've been calling him Lord Vader. And then they show them breaking out. But of course, he was going to say Lord Vader, which is very funny. And so basically, they're referencing that Star Wars exists in this universe, meaning that Earth exists. Okay, either that's a cover-in joke. Okay, either that's just like kind of a funny little joke about Star Wars, or Disney is really preparing themselves for The Force Awakens, or Earth does exist in this universe, and they actually do have Earth movies. That's really worth questioning. But of course, at the end, then we get the big reveal as to who Lord Dumair is. Lord Dumair is some random lady. I'm guessing that none of you knew that. I sure didn't. I thought it was gonna be some really cool guy in like full armor underneath his armor, just like showing how tough he is. He's gonna be like really menacing, like Slade from Teen Titans or something. But nope, just some random fangirl. I guess that she's a fan of Lord Hater, because most of her stuff is like Lord Hater stuff, except like times two. But we don't really know much about her. We don't even know her name. So I'm hoping that we can find a little bit more about this character, at least her name. That'd be nice. But the thing is, she seems really nice. So why was she being so rude to Yonder? She seems more like Yonder than like Lord Hater or like any other villain. But hey, I guess that she's the villain now. I guess that she's a new villain. I hope that they make her a little bit more menacing and a little bit more like Slade or something. Because if not, then that would be kind of a waste opportunity. Because she does seem like she could be an interesting villain. Like from what we saw, in the whole entire episode until the very end, she was menacing. She made you wondering, okay, who is this person? What are they doing? What's their plan? We still don't really know their plan. Aside from her saying that it's going to be fun. So we can't really tell if that's like she's psychotic and is going to try and kill tons of people, or maybe she's just going to hang out with Yonder. I guess that's a way of keeping the villain like kind of mysterious still, but it still just feels like a little bit of a waste opportunity. And there's one thing that I really do question in this episode. Why isn't Commander Peepers the guy in charge? Yeah, I know he's not that menacing, but there have been other villains that aren't that menacing, and yet they had like tough people on their side to fight for them. So why isn't Commander Peepers in charge? Really, no. This is really dumb. This is really bothering me for a while. Why is he not in charge? I mean, really, he's the one who actually planned out most of these strategies. He does not get distracted by Wander. He knows about all these weapons when Lord Hater is just like, I guess I know about them. And really, he has more tactical advantages. In the episode of the Brainstorm, he is planning out all these advantages and all these plans to take over this one place, and yet, why can't he do them? Why can't he just be the ruler of this whole entire thing? I'm sorry, I do not get this. He needs to be the freaking ruler. Okay, well, now on to the next episode, The Big Day. Okay, so this episode is called The Big Day because it's a big day for Hater. He is going to blow up 12 planets so then he can try and take his place back as the Grayson Galaxy. But Wander walks by his ship and he can't help himself, even though he's trying to get over his obsession with Wander. He goes after him anyway, brings him into the ship, is about ready to execute him, is about ready to kill him, and then Wander says, I can't believe you're doing it this way. He, of course, gives out a confused response, and Warner says, I thought that if you were going to kill me, you were going to do it in a big way. You were going to make it really big in how you're going to kill me. And, of course, because he only gets to do this once, so they say, yeah, okay, well, I guess I could do this a little bit bigger. They basically plan out a whole entire wedding thing where Hater is having to get on the perfect outfit for it, which is apparently glittering? Okay, I guess. They had to get out the perfect music, they had to put him in the execution room, they have to get a huge cake, they have to get an ice sculpture, they have to get a big weapon, and they got to get everyone invited except for Commander Peepers, because of course he would be angry about this, and then they can kill him. Because God knows they couldn't do it in the hallway. But, of course, Peepers finds out, and oh my god. I'm sorry. This is hilarious. This one joke that they have is really, really funny. It's just it's basically, okay, if you haven't seen Monty Python's The Holy Grail, go watch it. I will have a link in the description for you to find it. Unless the video that I watch it on YouTube is taken off, in which case, go to your local library. Go watch it in some way. Pause my video, go watch it, and then come back if you please. And basically, it's really funny, so you guys can definitely go check it out. Well, what happens is they make a reference to it here, with just this one point of view shot in the Sir Lancelot scene. They make a reference to the scene where Lancelot is running up the hill very, very, very fast, yet also seems so far away, and they just cut to the reactions of the guards, and then the guy running up towards them again. And they keep on doing that for a few times. Now, they make a reference to it here that honestly had me laughing for the rest of the episode. Not because it's all that funny, even though it really is. But mainly just because I got the joke. And also, because right when I saw what was happening, I'm like, huh, kind of looks like the Monty Python scene. Oh my god. I was just so happy to see something like that. I didn't expect it at all, and it was a great thing to see. I have that clip in here. If you guys haven't seen it, or if you guys don't watch the show, then definitely just check out that one little clip. Because it's really funny. So just stay until the end of the video. Then after that episode, which really the only reason it's so good is because of that joke. I'm gonna watch that episode like a few more times just to watch that joke again. But also some of the other jokes in this episode work too. Just like how stupidly over the top Hater is during this episode is kind of funny. There's a mention of Lord Dominator again, but I don't think that will be seeing her for a while because, well, she has to repair her ship now. And so after this episode is the episode The Breakfast, where it's just a side-by-side comparison, literally, it's just side-by-side, the whole entire episode, comparison of Hater and Wander's morning routine. Yeah, there's nothing else that happens in this episode, it's just Hater and Wander's morning routine. Like them taking a shower, don't know why they showed that on TV, because I mean, do we need to see that? Then preparing breakfast, then getting out of bed, stuff that they do as soon as they get out of bed. Apparently Hater does the same thing that I do, go online, check your updates on YouTube, apparently, or on Facebook, whatever he was on. I don't have Facebook, but yeah, similar daily routine. So that's really all that happens, but it is still kind of fun to watch. I mean, it's nice to see them just be like, okay, here's the thing, here's what they do. It's kind of funny at times, actually, because of the side-by-side comparison. like, at one point, they even enter each other's side-by-side comparisons. So it's really funny to see that, and there's honestly, it's just a side-by-side comparison thing. That's really what makes this episode good, is that you just sort of see what they're doing. They're not really doing anything that out of character, but not really anything really into character. Like, Hater still being Hater, but not really that evil in this scene and in this episode, and Hater and Water still being no Water. He's still helping out people. He's still giving his food to animals, so even though he has to recook it again. But we do see more of a hard-working side in him. Like, he goes through a lot of crap just to make Sylvia breakfast. I mean, good God. And speaking of Sylvia in this episode, she actually does sleep for the whole entire episode for 10 minutes after she says that she wants 10 more minutes of sleep. So that's kind of clever, the way they do it. So, yeah, I think that just watch the episode's a big day just for that one joke, which, yeah, the rest of the episode's okay. I think that you need to see the rest of the show to understand it, though. And the episode The Breakfast is fine. Nothing bad. Nothing really wrong with it. So, yeah. Bye. And I'm going to leave you with this.